Lilies seriously need to stop cuddling Lisa. You can't expect her to improve as a performer when you're out here shielding her from every single valid critique. K-pop keeps us on our toes for sure, but there is always so much more going on beneath the surface. From the music to the fandoms to the chaotic mess that is the industry itself, there is a lot to unpack. What is up, Rogeries? Both OGs and fresh faces, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into some things that might make you scream in agreement or roll your eyes so hard they hit the back of your skull. Either way, it is going to be a wild ride and I am so ready for it. Let's not forget your New Year's resolution. 2025 is not the year for fragile egos or crybaby antics, aka the fecking snowflakes that melt aggressively over opinions. Let's get into it. Okay, imagine this shit. Every K-pop group is required to release a diss track about themselves. Like, not a serious battle rap, but a playful roast where they openly mock their own group dynamics, cringe moments, or failed trends. It could be hilarious. Just think about it. Idols making fun of the awkward choreo they had to struggle through, or poking fun at those weird outfits no one wants to admit were a disaster. It would humanize them, make them feel more relatable, and add this layer of self-awareness. I mean, who wouldn't love to hear an idol diss their own iconic moments? Like that time they slipped on stage or got stuck on a high note during a live? We'd all be laughing so hard, right? But here's the problem. K-pop is way too toxic for that. Imagine the backlash if a group did this. Fans would lose their minds, and the media would twist it into some huge scandal. Instead of laughing with their idols, they'd be tearing them down, overanalyzing every line like it's some deep commentary on their real feelings. It's honestly frustrating that something so fun and self-aware could never fly in this industry. It's a missed opportunity for real connection. If you're 7 years or more into your career and still don't know how to hold a note, then I'm sorry, but you're not fit to be a soloist, period. I can't wrap my head around how some idols want to go solo, but their live vocals are so bad, they could literally make you depressed. Seriously, the way they sound live is so unsatisfying, it's like someone set a blender to screeching and hit start. I mean, the singing is so off-key even Google Maps can't find it. It's honestly that bad. Just, what have they been doing all these years? I shouldn't be watching an idol skip over an easy vocal part just to show off their dance moves. It's unacceptable, and it shows a complete lack of respect for the craft. Idols should have at least a basic level of singing ability, especially if they're going to be the center of a performance. If they can't sing at all, maybe they should think about choosing a different career. It's embarrassing at this point. I'm not even going to let the companies off the hook. They're just as guilty. How are they letting these idols go on stage without proper vocal training? They should be giving their idols vocal lessons to ensure they can actually perform and not just rely on loud backtrack. You can't expect people to believe in you as a performer if you can't do the most basic thing a singer is supposed to do, which is to sing. Every K-pop group should drop an anti-fan anthem like No Questions Asked, a track that's straight up for the haters and toxic fans who have way too much to say for no reason. This doesn't apply to the groups that actually deserve criticism. It's for the ones who are just minding their business and still getting dragged by people who don't know how to shut up. Imagine a song where the lyrics flip all that hate into straight-up power. A track that takes all the negativity and throws it back in their faces, showing how much better the group is for it. Like, seriously, why let people get away with slandering them just because they don't fit some perfect mold? Every group deserves that anthem where they're telling the world how they're not going to take it anymore. Turn the hate into something creative and empowering. Make it a statement that not only shuts down the haters, but also shows how much stronger the group is because of them. Fans and groups alike need to start owning their narrative and not let random haters dictate anything. If you're going to be hated for no reason, at least make it work for you and turn that energy into something legendary. The K-pop industry's obsession with numbers is honestly killing the music. It's like companies are so desperate to break records and dominate charts that they completely forget about making songs that are actually worth listening to. They'll pump out single after single, expecting it to go viral, but how do they expect that to happen when the quality isn't even there? A good song doesn't just come from a catchy hook or flashy choreography, it comes from real effort, artistry, and creativity. Fans can tell when a song is rushed. They can hear when it's just another formulaic track designed to hit the algorithm rather than the heart. And guess what? Those songs might get streams for a week, maybe 2, but they don't last. People move on because there's nothing memorable about them. If you want a song to perform well on the charts, it has to be good. Plain and simple. A song with actual thought behind it, with meaningful lyrics and a production style that doesn't feel like a rehash of every other release that month, will naturally do better. Fans will hype it up. The public will replay it. The success will come, but only if the quality is there. And it's not just the fans who suffer. The idols are stuck promoting songs that barely let their talent shine. They're given tracks that might be good enough for a trend, but not enough to build a legacy. It's time to stop chasing numbers for the sake of it and start putting the music first. Because if the quality isn't there, then no amount of record breaking is going to matter in the long run. G-Idol needs to get it together this year because, let's be real, their music has not been hitting the way it used to. Where is the fire? Where is the energy that made them stand out in the first place? It feels like they've been coasting on their name while the quality of their music keeps slipping. I know they have what it takes to dominate, but lately, it feels like they've been holding back. Every comeback used to feel like an event with songs that stayed in your head for months. Now it is like they are releasing tracks just to stay in the game without that signature spark. The creativity that made them so different from other groups feels watered down. They used to push boundaries, but now it feels like they are playing it safe. I am not saying they are done because I know they have the potential to bounce back harder than ever, but they need to take a step back and really focus on creating something fresh and unforgettable. This year could be their moment to remind everyone why they were such a force in the first place. G-Idol needs to stop coasting and start thriving again. I hope 2025 is nothing but amazing for Illit and LE SSERAFIM because they deserve to thrive after the nonsense they went through last year. The unnecessary hate these girls got was absolutely ridiculous. A bunch of entitled and bitter bunnies made it their mission to spread negativity and tried to sabotage these groups for no good reason. Illit and LE SSERAFIM did absolutely nothing wrong to deserve this level of hate, yet people went hard on them while turning a blind eye to others. Meanwhile, New Jeans, the ones actually stirring trouble, got away with everything like they're untouchable. But not for long though. The double standards are beyond disgusting. It's honestly wild how obsessed these anti-Kalites are. They spend more time talking about Illiant and LE SSERAFIM than they do their own faves. That level of joblessness is embarrassing. I want 2025 to be the year where Illit and LE SSERAFIM rise above it all, prove the haters wrong, and keep climbing. Hybe better step up this year and manage these girls properly. They need to avoid any mess that could give the antis more ammunition. Illit has been nothing but drama-free, and LE SSERAFIM deserves better handling after what they've been through. Let 2025 be their year of unstoppable success. Lilies seriously need to stop cuddling Lisa. You can't expect her to improve as a performer when you're out here shielding her from every single valid critique. Lisa is 8 years into her career. 8. She should be able to sing live during performances by now instead of relying on loud backtracks to carry her vocals. The problem is clear as day. She walks on stage with a hand mic but barely uses it. And before anyone says, she does sing live sometimes. Sure, she does. But only for a few seconds, before shouting a couple of words and then completely skipping over half the song. The only performance where she genuinely showed effort was her Victoria's Secret fashion show, where she performed Rockstar. She actually sang live for most of it while serving high-energy choreography, and guess what? People loved it. The moonlit floor performance wasn't bad at all, but the backtrack was too loud. I can barely hear her. But here's the issue. Lisa's performances might slide in the K-pop world, but in the Western industry, this won't fly in the long run. People there pay for live vocals and actual artistry, not just for someone to look sexy and dance on stage. She's competing with top-tier artists who deliver jaw-dropping performances with just a mic in hand, no theatrics to fall back on. Lilies need to realize Lisa knows she's popular and is coasting on that. She's doing the exact same thing she did during the Born Pink tour in her Western appearances, and it's not cutting it. If she's uncomfortable singing certain parts, then why not write or choose songs that fit her vocal range? It's wild that she skips over basic parts of her own songs, leaving fans with half-baked performances. A wise YouTuber once said, "Singing live is part of being a performer," and they're absolutely right. Lisa has the potential to grow, but she won't if her fans keep shielding her from reality. Let her take the criticism and use it to improve, because, at this point, she needs to step it up if she wants to survive as a global artist. The cuddling needs to stop, and Lisa needs to do better. Period. Lisa is an incredible dancer, like seriously, her dancing is so flawless and iconic that it's basically the first thing anyone thinks about when her name comes up. But dancing can only carry you so far. Her rap is fun and full of energy, sure, but where's the growth? Feels like she's been doing the same style forever with no evolution, and her singing is practically non-existent. We've barely seen anything from her vocally, and what we have seen doesn't exactly scream vocalist in the making. Lisa dominates the stage when she's dancing, no doubt about that. Her moves have this depth and complexity that pull you in every single time. But is that enough to define an artist? No. That's why people doubted her solo career from the start. Fans didn't think she had what it takes to truly stand out as a soloist. And honestly, they had a point. Being a successful solo artist isn't just about killer dance moves. You have to sing. You have to rap with purpose. You have to bring it all together in a way that feels effortless. I'm not saying Lisa needs to be out here belting Mariah Carey notes or anything, but come on, holding a basic note shouldn't feel like a stretch for a soloist. And let's not forget the music itself. It has to be good. Exceptional even. Because without that, what are we doing here? Solo careers aren't just about looking cool and putting on a show. They're about creating music that resonates, and performing it live in a way that leaves people speechless. Lisa is an amazing performer when it comes to dancing, but let's not act like that's all it takes. If she wants to truly be seen as a well-rounded soloist, she's going to have to step it up vocally and musically. Some pre-choruses are out here doing all the heavy lifting these days, and honestly, I'm over it. How is it that the pre-chorus is carrying entire songs while the actual chorus, the part that's supposed to slap the hardest, ends up being a complete letdown? It makes no sense. The pre-chorus builds up all this energy, gets you hyped, and then boom, the chorus drops, and it's so underwhelming you feel like you got scammed. And this isn't just a one-off thing, it's happening way too often. You're left singing the pre-chorus on repeat because the chorus is either boring, lazy, or non-existent. Like, why are we even calling it a chorus at this point? If your chorus isn't memorable, what are we even doing here? That's supposed to be the heart of the song, the big moment, the part that makes people scream at concerts. Producers and songwriters need to get it together because this formula is not working anymore. Stop putting all the magic into the pre-chorus and leaving the chorus to flop. We deserve songs where every part hits, not just the build-up. If your pre-chorus is better than your chorus, maybe you need to rethink the whole track. Yes, companies push idols hard. Yes, the schedules can be insane. But let's stop acting like every single idol is some helpless victim who has no say in their career. Some idols choose to work more. They want to maximize their prime years in the industry, and that's their call. I know some fans are ready to riot at the mere suggestion that their fave might actually enjoy the grind. But guess what? For some idols, this is their dream. They're hungry. They know K-pop isn't a forever gig, and they're hustling to make the most of it while they can. Do you really think they're all being dragged out of bed, kicking and screaming to film another ad or drop another solo? No. Some of them are out there asking for more work because they know their time in the spotlight has an expiration date. But here's where the nuance comes in. Just because some idols thrive on being busy doesn't mean companies are off the hook for pushing others too far. There's a difference between an idol choosing to stack their schedule and a company throwing their entire group into back-to-back comebacks without giving anyone time to breathe. The problem is, Fans lump every situation together. They see one overworked idol and assume the entire industry is built on exploitation without stopping to think that maybe, just maybe, it's not always that black and white. And let's be honest, fans are part of this too. Y'all are out here demanding constant content. When is the next comeback? Why is my fave not getting any solos? Why aren't they promoting more? You want new music, new choreo, new outfits, new everything, and then you cry foul when idols are overbooked. Pick a struggle, because you can't have it both ways. So yeah, the overworked idol narrative is real in some cases, but it's not the blanket statement some of you make it out to be. There are idols who thrive on the chaos, and there are idols who need a break. The industry needs to find balance, but fans also need to stop oversimplifying every situation to fit their favorite sob story. It's way more complicated than that, and pretending otherwise doesn't help anyone. Alright, I'm wrapping it up here because I've said what needed to be said. But don't let the conversation stop now. I love reading your comments, so drop your thoughts below. Do you agree? Disagree? Think I'm completely stupid? Lol, I'm just joking. Let me know because you know I'll be lurking and ready to clap back or nod along. If this video gave you life or made you feel some type of way, hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button too if you haven't already. And don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of this chaos. Rosaries, you know I appreciate you all sticking around. Until next time, stay sharp and stay ready because I'll be back soon with more and yeah, bye for now.